All right, hello everybody. I think it's first of all, we're back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge of now Flying type, our second Flying type team. Wingull's sprite is huge on the tracker. I don't know why. I think it's kind of funny. Hopefully it fixes itself when it evolves. So yeah, our team is going to be Altaria, Beautyfly, Crobat, Pelipper, and Zapdos. And as we do with these first episodes, we are going to read about our Pokemon, check out their starting stats and moves, and yeah. We have Peck and Growl on Swablu, knows Natural Cure for its ability. What do we know about Swablu? It's an erratic leveling rate, which means it's going to be really slow at the beginning and then speed up. Swablu is an avian Pokemon with a round blue body. Since it has no discernible neck, its body appears to be all head. There are two long feathers on top of its head, and it has a short, rounded white beak and beady black eyes. Its wings are fluffy and white, resembling cotton or clouds, and are made of air. The wings have a light and fluffy feel. It has tiny white feet and two pointed tail feathers. Swablu does not like dirty surroundings, so it cleans things with its cottony wings diligently. It uses streams, fresh water springs, or man-made showers to wash its wings when they become dirty from polishing. It is commonly found living in flocks and forested habitats, but it often flies closer to towns during the spring. Swablu is very friendly and largely unafraid of humans. As a result, it frequently perches on people's heads like a fluffy hat. Swablu can easily hide from foes and clouds thanks to its appearance. As mentioned in the sleep style deck, Swablu is known to sleep curled up with its wings folded. Swablu is believed to dream about perching on top of someone's head. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Swablu. Ruby says Swablu has light and fluffy rings that are like cottony clouds. This Pokemon is not frightened of people. It lands on the heads of people and sits there like a cotton fluff hat. Sapphire says Swablu loves to make things clean. If it spots something dirty, it will wipe and polish it with its cottony wings. If its wings becomes dirty, this Pokemon finds a stream and showers itself. Emerald says a Pokemon that has wings like cottony clouds. After enduring winter in which little food is available, Swablu flocks move closer to towns in the spring. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it constantly grooms its cotton-like wings. It takes a shower to clean itself if it becomes dirty. And that is our information on Swablu. Next we have Wurmple, has Shield Dust for its ability. Currently knows Tackle, Stream Shot, and Poison Sting. What do we know about Wurmple? It is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Wurmple is a small caterpillar-like Pokemon. Its body is mainly red with a cream underside and face. It has large yellow eyes with dark pupils. It has one sharp yellow stinger on its head and two of them on its rear. It has a tall, erect red spine behind its forehead and a similar, smaller spine behind that. It has small spikes running down the top portions of its body and 5 pairs of stubby white limbs. Wurmple has suction pads at the tips of its feet which allow it to cling to grass or tree branches without slipping. It can spit white silk that turns gooey when exposed to the air. To defend itself, it can release poison from its tail spikes, which can weaken foes. Wurmple's diet consists of leaves and sap, the latter of which it gets by pulling bark off trees. Wurmple are abundant and live in forests. It is unknown why Wurmple evolves into either Silcoon or Cascoon, and not even Wurmple's appearance gives a hint to which species it will evolve into. Talos, Swellow, and Starly are natural predators of Wurmple. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Wurmple. Ruby says using the spikes on its rear end, Wurmple peels the bark off trees and feeds on the sap that oozes out. This Pokemon's feet are tipped with suction pads that allow it to cling to grass without slipping. Sapphire says Wurmple is targeted by Swellow as prey. This Pokemon will try to resist by pointing the spikes on its rear end at the attacking predator. It will weaken the foe by leaking poison from the spikes. And Emerald says it sticks to tree branches and eats leaves. The thread it spits from its mouth, which becomes gooey when it touches the air, slows the movement of its foes. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it lives amidst tall grass and forests. When attacked, it resists by pointing its venomous spike at foes. And next we have Zubat, has inner focus for its ability, so it can't flinch, and it knows Leech Life currently right now. Zubat is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Zubat is a blue Chiropteran Pokemon. While it lacks eyes, it has pointed ears with purple insides and a mouth with 2 sharp teeth on each jaw. A male will have larger fangs than a female. It has purple wing membranes supported by 2 elongated fingers and 2 long, thin tails. Zubat lives in abundance in dark caves, although has been known to dwell in forests and under the eaves of old buildings. Due to its habitat, Zubat has evolved to have neither eyes nor nostrils. It instead navigates through dark environments and tight caves with echolocation, emitting ultrasonic cries to detect targets and obstacles. The frequency of these cries can vary slightly between Zubat colonies. As demonstrated in the Pokemon the Series episode Clefairy in the Moonstone, it will leave its abode at night with a mass of other Zubat in order to seek prey. Zubat is nocturnal and sleeps hanging upside down during the daytime, avoiding sunlight at all costs. Daylight causes Zubat to become unhealthy, and prolonged exposure can even burn its skin. However, captured and trained Zubat have been recorded to being much more tenacious in the daytime, even when directly exposed to sunbeams. While sleeping or in colder conditions, Zubat gathers with others of its kind for warmth. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Zubat, Ruby says Zubat remains quietly unmoving in a dark spot during the bright daylight hours. It does so because prolonged exposure to the sun causes its body to become slightly burned. Sapphire says Zubat avoids sunlight because exposure causes it to become unhealthy. During the daytime, it stays in caves or under the eaves of old houses, sleeping while hanging upside down. Emerald says while living in pitch black caverns, their eyes gradually grew shut and deprived them of vision. They used ultrasonic waves to detect obstacles. Fire Red says it has no eyes, instead it relies on ultrasonic cries for echolocation to flit about in the darkness. And Leaf Green says it forms colonies in perpetual dark places and uses ultrasonic waves to identify and approach targets. Next we have Wingull here, has keen eyes, so prevents loss of accuracy, currently knows Water Gun and Growl. Wingull is also a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Wingull is a small white Pokemon similar in appearance to a seagull. Its head makes up a large portion of its body, and it appears to lack a neck. Wingull has thin, simplistic eyes, 2 triangular tufts on top of its head, and an orange beak with a hooked black tip. 3 blue-tipped feathers give it a fan-like tail, and its small orange feet have 2 webbed toes. Wingull has long, flat wings with light blue stripes near the tips. Wingull has hollow bones, which make it light enough to fly. By extending its wings, it can catch updrafts and glide across the sky. Wingull folds its wings only when it is resting. It builds its nest on steep cliffs by the sea and habitually hides prey and valuables in various locations using its beak. Especially during the winter season, Wingull's main predators are Talonflame, which attacks and catches them with powerful kicks, and Barraskewda, which leap out and bite any Wingull flying too close to the water's surface. It circles above oceans looking for its favorite food, Wishy-Washy, to eat. It also loves to eat Finneon, who jump up on the sea surface. Fishmen use Wingull's skill to locate areas teeming with fish Pokemon. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Wingull, Ruby says Wingull has the habit of carrying prey and valuables in its beak and hiding them in all sorts of locations. This Pokemon rides the winds and flies as if it were skating across the sky. Sapphire says Wingull rides updrafts, rising from the sea by extending its long and narrow wings to glide. This Pokemon's long beak is useful for catching prey. Emerald says it makes its nest on sheer cliff at the edge of the sea. It has trouble keeping its wings flapping in flight. Instead, it soars on updrafts. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it rides upon the ocean winds as if it were a glider. In the winter, it hides food around its nest. And last but not least, we have Zapdos, who is, of course, a slow leveling rate Pokemon. It currently knows Peck and Thunder Shock. Pressure is its ability. So Zapdos is a large avian Pokemon with a predominantly yellow plumage. It has small triangular eyes with black around them and a long, thin, light orange beak. Its wings and tail are a mass of spiky feathers, and there are black feathers covering the back of its wings and inner tail feathers. A large crest of spike feathers surround its head. Its thighs are tan, and it has thin, light orange legs. It has feet with 3 forward-facing toes and 1 backward-facing toe. Each toe has a short talon. When Zapdos flaps its glittering wings, it releases electricity that can potentially cause thunderstorms. It produces massive crackling and snapping sounds when it flies. These are attributed to the lightning bolts it sheds when airborne. Zapdos reportedly appears only during thunderstorms and gains power when struck by lightning. It is said to live among thunderclouds, but is rarely seen. Zapdos loves Zapdos treats made by Snacksworth, who once saw it fly right by him in the past. And then our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Zapdos. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Zapdos is a legendary bird that has the ability to control electricity. It usually lives in thunderclouds. This Pokemon gains power if stricken by lightning bolts. Fire Red says one of the legendary bird Pokemon. While it is flying, it makes crackling and snapping sounds. And Leaf Green says a legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear from the clouds while it is dropping enormous lightning bolts. Alright, and as we do, we're going to get our team up to level 7. And then we will move on. We're going to start off here with Wurmple, who wants special attack and speed. So hopefully we can get some Zigzagoons and some Ralts. And if we get low, we'll just swap to Zapdos, because Zapdos wants the same stats as Wurmple. We were kind of fishing for a poison a little quicker there than what we got. Ah, yes, a Ralts. Oh, that's not who I wanted to send out. Well, looks like Swablu's getting a little special attack there. I should just swap Zapdos up. Come on. Zigzagoon. Excellent. Wurmple right now is just going to be our hardest to get up, but that'll change as soon as we evolve it. Twice. That was a pretty good fight. That one really hurt for some reason. Alright, well the poison took out that Zigzagoon. Another Ralts here, excellent. One more. Just swap. Oh no, it's an evolution already. Who saw this coming? And there's our Silcoon, whose ability changes the Shed Skin, gets a boost in defense. So Silcoon is a cocoon-like Pokemon that uses silk to attach itself to tree branches. It is almost completely covered in white silk and only has 2 small holes. A pair of red eyes can be seen through the holes, but they are partially hidden by a rough fringe of silk. The silk forms a hard cocoon that can be used to repel enemy attacks. Dew and rainwater collect on the silk, which provides Silcoon with nourishment. Silcoon lives in forests where it conserves energy by moving as little as possible. This energy, which it had gathered as a Wurmple, serves as fuel for its further evolution. Due to its cocoon, Silcoon cannot extend its limbs and can only move really slowly. However, its eyes allow it to be on the lookout for danger. And our Gen 3 Pokédex information for Silcoon. Ruby says Silcoon tethers itself to a tree branch using silk to keep from falling. There, this Pokemon hangs quietly while it awaits evolution. It peers out of the silk cocoon through a small hole. Sapphire says Silcoon was thought to endure hunger and not consume anything before its evolution. However, it is now thought that this Pokemon slakes its thirst by drinking rainwater that it collects on its silk. And Emerald says it prepares for evolution using the energy it stored while it was a Wurmple. It keeps watch over the surrounding with its 2 eyes. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it conserves its energy by moving as little as possible. It awaits evolution while drinking only a little rainwater. So exciting evolution already. We'll now work Zapdos up. I don't know if it's Zapdos. It's just Zapdos. No, Zapdos. I think it just rolls off the tongue a little easier that way. Get out of here. Still gonna get that special attack on Silcoon while we can. So if I run into any Ralts, we'll still swap it in. We also need Silcoon to evolve this episode anyways into Beautifly, so we can get that on screen. There we go. One more. Well, if it's a Ralts, it might take 2 more. But I'm going to swap. Nope, just the 1. Excellent. Alright, now Swablu wants attack and special defense. So we want those Poochyenas and Lotads. Any Lotads? There's a Lotad. Probably just need to go heal here. Excellent. Zubat wants attack and defense, so we want Poochyenas and Seedots. We probably won't see any Seedots, but we'll definitely get the Poochyenas. If I can find them. It's supposed to be the most common thing here. There's another one. And we learned Supersonic, very good. We're almost done with this leveling up to level 7. And then we can get on with the game. Good deal. Alright, and last but not least, we have Wingull, who wants HP and defense. So, Wurmples and Seedots. Again, we probably won't see any Seedots, but we got plenty of Wurmples here. Or at least we should. Almost there. Come on. Where are the bugs? There's another one. Thank you. I need like 2 or 3 more. Thank you. And we learned Supersonic on Wingull. Alright, let's swap Zubat up for this first fight. Start making our way up to Rustboro. Good deal. Let's swap up Wingull for the Wurmples here. And then we'll swap Silcoon up. About said Wurmple. It's not a Wurmple anymore. Let's go get a berry for it. Alright, we're searching for a poison here off the bat. Anything? Come on. There's the poison, like, at the very end. It's still a poison, I guess. We'll swap the Zapdos for the Talo. Thunder Shock. I should have given another berry to Silcoon. Looks like we'll be okay. Wingull's not really good for Shroomish. Let Zubat take it on. Alright, you gotta let Wally catch its Pokemon. to Scott. Again, I should have given a berry. That will be okay. We're gonna get Wingull and Zubat in here, just because of the way the defense works later. Like, the defense EVs. Excellent. Poison that fish. Alright, let's give another Oran Berry to Silcoon. Take you on. Early poison. Come on. Not that it matters, because she'll just heal it here. But it still would have been nice to get one. Alright, we're gonna swap. Go heal. There went that berry. Thanks, Talo. Excellent. Let's swap Swablu up. Fix my tracker here. Back. Sand attack. We'll swap to Zubat. No sand attacks. Swap back to Swablu. Get it? Nope. Because we're not allowed to hit if we get sand attacked. Bugcatcher James here with his two Ninkadas. Oh, come on. We get an early poison on this Zigzagoon. Oh, we get critical hit though. We critical hit back, that's nice. And poison it. Excellent. I think it's gonna survive, just maybe. Yeah. I should have poison steamed it, because we need to get the poison back on it. That was quick, Silcoon. That was about as good as it can get for us. Alright, so we swap Wingull up just because we need to get some special defense on Zubat and Wingull because of the upcoming double battle. It just puts us at even 4. Very nice. Alright, let's take down the Lotad first. Really, Zubat's going to do the heavy lifting. Good deal. Just double supersonic into this. Maybe one of them will hit. Oh, that's fine. We'll take it down before it gets another shot off. Good deal. Now we're just gonna knock out some Magikarps. Didn't even poison that one. Supposed to be a 10% chance. Or 20 or something like that. Alright, we have made it to Rust Boro. Now, normally, this is where I end the episode, but we have an evolution we still need to do. So we can get it on screen. So let's go get that evolution. Still would like speed and special attack. Probably wouldn't hurt if we get like a little HP, I guess. We could take some Wurmples down. It might speed this up a little bit. Right. And we learned Absorb. We'll learn that in place of String Shot. And then our Pokemon power goes to Swarm. And what do we know about Beautyfly? So Beautyfly is a butterfly-like Pokemon, easily recognizable by its 2 pairs of colorful wings. It has large blue eyes and black antennae with rounded tips. Its face, underside, and 4 stubby limbs are gray, while the rest of its body is black. The main body of its wings are black with large yellow markings and smaller red and blue markings. The upper pair of wings are larger and have a line of yellow along the top edge, while each of the lower wings has a long round tip extension at the bottom. The female's wings have smaller red spots than the male's. Beautyfly has a long and curled black proboscis that it uses to gather pollen and nectar, its favorite food, from flowers. Its diet also includes water, fruit juices, and bodily fluids from its prey, all of which it sucks up through its proboscis. Despite its appearance, Beautyfly is known to be aggressive and greedy. It will jab at foes with its proboscis if it is disturbed while collecting pollen. The preferred habitats of Beautyfly are forests, where it rides spring winds while searching for pollen. It competes with Combee for nectar. And our Gen 3 Pokédex information for Beautyfly: Ruby says, Beautify's favorite food is the sweet pollen of flowers. If you want to see this Pokemon, just leave a potted flower by an open window. Beautify is sure to come looking for pollen. Sapphire says Beautifly has a long mouth like a coiled needle, which is very convenient for collecting pollen from flowers. This Pokemon rides the spring winds as it flits around gathering pollen. And Emerald says its colorfully patterned wings are its most prominent features. It flies through flower-covered fields collecting pollen. It attacks ferociously when angered. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say despite its appearance, it has an aggressive nature. It attacks by jabbing with its long mouth. And that is our information on Beautify, and this is where we will end the episode for today. We do hope you all enjoyed, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we'll see you next time.